relative, anything that starts and stops, comes and goes, is a non-existent thing. In other words, if we find existence in a fence, it's not the fence that has existence, it's the wood. If we find existence in the wave, it's not the wave that has existence, it's the water. If we find existence in the ocean, it's also not the ocean that has existence, it's the water. You see? Notice that everything that comes and goes, starts and stops, arises and disappears, finds itself in a greater reality. So something that starts is implicit with something that ends. It cannot start and not end. If it starts, it does end, even if it's in a very, very long time away. Anything that starts ends. And what we find is that the universe, everything in it, think about it like this, the only thing that renders the universe a universe is the objects inside it. Imagine an objectless universe. There would be no universe. There would be no space. There would be no time. Time and space are only relative to the objects that are within it. So when we have the experience of time, we never have the experience of time. There's only the continuous now. So time is like the moment where we think a thought and then another thought takes place. So when we think a thought, for example, there's a thought, then there's a gap, then there's another thought. The gap between the two thoughts was pure timeless eternity, pure consciousness. And the mind's best interpretation of what happened in that gap is then the superimposition of time. We think, well, I don't know what took place there. Nothing took place there. It must have been the passage of time. And we start to measure the same infinite eternal now with a movement. We measure it with an object. Back in the day, it was using the shadow of an object in coherence with the sun. Now it's a clock. We just measure it with another object moving. We can only measure time and space in reference to an object. Without an object, time and space do not exist.